A very good morning, students. Today we will do the topic of chapter 2, capacitors and capacitance. Okay, first we need to understand what do you mean by the capacitors and capacitance. Capacitance means having capacity to carry something. So in this capacitance, in this we have capacitors having capacity to store the charge, means we have conductors which have capacity to store the charge. Okay, so these are called the capacitors, and capacitance is the property of the capacitors. Just like resistance is the property of the conductors, so capacitance is the property of the capacitors. So capacitors, we can define the capacitors. It is a combination of the two conductors. It may be of a circular form, it may be in parallel form, it may be in cylindrical form, but there are two conductors. One carry positive charge and one carry negative charge. So system of two conductors separated by an insulator. Insulator means if there is an air gap between the two conductors, then it is called the insulators. It may be dielectric media separated by an insulator. So clear, system of two conductors separated by an insulator is called the capacitors. Now capacitors, where this term comes from? Suppose if I am giving the charge to capacitor, then this charge is directly proportional to the potential difference, or you can say electric potential. Then if we remove this proportionality sign, then what will happen? Q is equal to CV, means a new constant replace this proportionality sign, and this constant is called the capacitance. Now you can write capacitance is equal to Q upon V. Okay, where C is independent of Q and V, means C doesn't depend on the Q and V because it is a constant, but it depends on the shape, size and separation. Okay, I am talking about the shape of the conductors. Okay, means whether it is cylindrical, whether it is parallel. Okay, and size means this is the area of the capacitors. Okay, and separation means small d is the separation between these two conductors. So capacitance depends on the shape, size and separation. Now we derive the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitance. So to derive the expression of parallel plate capacitor, first we derive the formula of electric field for a. As you remember, we derive the value of electric field intensity around a infinite sheet that having value sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. But if we calculate this electric field on both sides of this plate, then sigma upon 2 epsilon naught plus sigma upon 2 epsilon will become sigma upon epsilon naught. So we use this formula to derive the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor, where sigma, as you remember in first chapter, sigma is equal to surface charge areas charge per unit area. So we replace the sigma by Q upon A, means charge per unit area. Clear? Now we have formula E is equal to V upon D. In first chapter we use this formula, E is equal to V upon D. So V is equal to E into D. Now put the value of E, Q epsilon naught upon A. I put the value of E, Q epsilon naught A, and we also write D. Okay, now V becomes this. Now we have C is equal to Q upon V. As I told, C is equal to Q upon V. So I use this formula here. C is equal to Q by V. Now C is equal to Q upon V. We put the value of V from here. Then Q upon this value, cancel Q to Q. Now we have left sigma epsilon naught A upon में D. So capacitance of a parallel plate capacitors is equal to epsilon naught A upon D, where A is the area of the both plates. Okay, because area of the both plates are same, so we take only one A. Okay, epsilon naught is the permittivity of the free space and D is the separation between these two plates. So we derive the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor having formula epsilon naught A upon D. Now, effect of dielectrics on capacitance. If we put any dielectric material between these two capacitors plates, then what will happen? Capacitance will increase or decrease. Now, K, if I am keeping the dielectric, having dielectric constant K, then what will happen? K is equal to C upon C naught. Means new capacitance become K times of old capacitance. Means capacitance automatically increase by a K factor. Means if I'm keeping the dielectric material inside the parallel plate capacitor, then capacitance increases by a factor K. Now, what will happen if we combine the capacitors? If we combine the capacitors in series, then series combination overall capacitance of the capacitors become 1 upon Cs is equal to inverted of the C1, inverted of the C2 plus up to whatever the value of capacitance. Now, if we combine the capacitors in parallel, then Cp becomes, simply we add the capacitance. Okay, C1 plus C2 up to whatever the values of the capacitance. Okay. Now, these values are opposite of the resistance. As you studied in 10th class, combinations of resistors in series and parallel, these are opposite to the resistors. Now, energy stored in capacitors. Okay, if we want to move the charge from one point to another point, so we have to do some work, and this work is equal to, as in 10th class we have formula V is equal to Q, W upon Q, so W is equal to V into Q. So if we want to move the small charge, then I have to do some small work. Then dW, we replace the V by Q by C. Replace the V by Q by C. Okay, so replace V by Q by C. Now total work done, we integrate that this term. C is constant, so we put the C outside the bracket. Okay, then 1 upon C Q dQ, then we integrate this term Q, x dx integration x square by 2, so Q square by 2, and C is constant, we put the C as it is, then formula becomes Q square by 2C. If we replace the formula in terms of, suppose I am replacing Q by C square by C square V square, because Q square, I am replacing the Q square by C square V square, then C to C, 1C cancel, then formula becomes half CV square. If I am writing formula in terms of QV, then formula becomes half QV. So energy of the capacitance having three formulas: Q square by 2C, 1 upon 2CV square, 1 upon 2QV. We have another important term, energy density. Energy density means energy per unit volume. We have energy means work done is stored in form of energy. So this is the formula of energy. All these formulas are energy because work done are stored in the form of energy. So if we divide the energy by volume, then formula becomes half epsilon naught E square. This is the important formula, energy density formula. Okay, half epsilon naught E square. So revise all these topics. What do you mean by the capacitance and capacitors? Okay, and how we define the C, capital C, where capital C is the capacitance of the capacitors. Okay, having SI unit is farad, capital F. Okay, if I am writing farad like this, then symbol is capital F, and farad is the very big unit, means earth capacitance is in microfarad. So farad is a very big unit. Means if I am taking the small capacitance, so it value lies in the range of micro or picofarad. So farad is a very big unit. Okay, so here we derive the parallel plate capacitor formula. C is equal to epsilon naught A by T. Here we define the combinations of capacitors in series and in parallel. Now last we derive the energy stored in capacitors, and last energy density. So revise all this topic and do some numerical on these topics.